The Power of Attention: How to Control Your Mental Energy. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear mind, knowing exactly where to direct your energy and what to prioritize. Your thoughts aren't scattered, your attention isn't hijacked by distractions, and the hours of your day feel purposeful rather than chaotic. This isn't a distant dream, it's the reality of someone who has mastered the power of attention. In a world where everything and everyone is vying for your focus, the ability to take control of your mental energy is not just an advantage, it's essential. Attention is the lens through which you experience life. What you focus on grows larger, becomes more vivid, and takes root in your reality. Yet most people spend their days with their attention fractured, pulled in countless directions by endless notifications, competing responsibilities, and internal noise. This scattering of mental energy doesn't just affect productivity, it diminishes clarity, creativity, and a sense of fulfillment. Without intentional focus, it's easy to feel like you're running on autopilot, simply reacting to the demands of the world, rather than choosing where to invest your energy. But what if you could change that? What if you could reclaim your attention and use it to design a life aligned with your values and aspirations? The truth is, you can. Attention is not something that happens to you, it's a skill that can be developed, refined, and mastered. By learning how to direct your focus, eliminate distractions, and cultivate mental discipline, you unlock the ability to navigate life with clarity and purpose. This book is your guide to doing exactly that. In the chapters ahead, you'll uncover the tools and strategies needed to master your mental energy. You'll learn how attention shapes your reality, how to identify and overcome distractions, and how to create habits that sustain focus in a world designed to derail it. This is not about achieving perfection, but about making intentional choices every day, choices that allow you to focus on what matters most and let go of the rest. The journey won't always be easy, but the rewards are immeasurable: greater clarity, improved productivity, deeper relationships, and a life that feels truly fulfilling. Your attention is your most valuable asset. By the time you reach the final page, you'll not only understand its power but have the tools to wield it with confidence and intention. The first step is simple: start here and begin reclaiming control of your mental energy today. Chapter 1: Understanding the Power of Attention. Imagine walking into a room where every object demands your attention at once. Bright lights flash, music blares, and voices call out your name from every direction. Overwhelming, isn't it? Now imagine that this room represents your mind in today's world, constantly bombarded by notifications, responsibilities, and the relentless pull of modern life. The question isn't whether your attention is being consumed, but rather where it's going, and at what cost. Attention is the silent architect of your reality. The things you focus on grow larger, more vivid, and more important, while everything else fades into the background. This is why two people can share the same experience but walk away with entirely different interpretations. The way you direct your attention determines how you perceive, feel, and respond to the world around you. And yet, despite its power, attention is often taken for granted. Psychologists and neuroscientists have long studied the mechanics of attention and agree on one thing: it is both limited and finite. Just like physical energy, your mental energy can be depleted when stretched too thin. This is why you feel mentally drained after a day spent juggling emails, meetings, and endless to-do lists. Attention is not an infinite resource, it must be managed intentionally, or it will be scattered across countless distractions, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and unfulfilled. The modern world is designed to capture and hijack your attention. Social media algorithms, 24-hour news cycles, and advertising campaigns compete for every available second of your mental bandwidth. These forces don't just steal your time, they shape your thoughts, emotions, and priorities. Each time you check your phone or scroll through a feed, you're giving away a slice of your attention to something outside yourself. The cost is subtle but significant: reduced focus, increased anxiety, and a diminished sense of control over your own life. Reclaiming your attention starts with understanding its value. It is not just a passive tool for observing the world, it is an active force that creates your reality. When you focus intentionally, you gain clarity, productivity, and deeper connections with the people and goals that matter most. Without intentional focus, your mind becomes a chaotic space, endlessly distracted and reactive. There is immense freedom in taking control of your attention. It means learning to pause and ask yourself a simple but profound question: where is my energy going right now? This moment of awareness is the first step in breaking free from the automatic pull of distractions. It's about realizing that your attention is yours to direct, not something to be claimed by every flashing screen or passing thought. As you begin to understand the power of attention, you'll notice its ripple effects in every area of your life. A focused mind allows you to think more clearly, make better decisions, and engage more meaningfully with the world around you. Relationships improve because you're truly present. Goals become attainable because you're no longer sidetracked by every new distraction. Even your sense of self changes as you begin to align your energy with what genuinely matters to you. Mastering attention doesn't mean shutting out the world entirely or living in isolation. It means learning to prioritize and direct your mental energy with intention. Like a beam of light, attention has the power to illuminate whatever you point it toward. When scattered, it's weak and ineffective. When focused, it can cut through the noise and reveal opportunities you never noticed before. The journey to mastering your attention is not about perfection but about progress. You won't eliminate every distraction overnight, nor should you expect to. Instead, you'll begin to notice the patterns that pull your focus away from what matters. You'll identify the moments when your attention is being hijacked and slowly learn to redirect it back to what serves you. Over time, this practice will strengthen your ability to focus, allowing you to reclaim your mental energy and live with greater clarity and purpose. Chapter 2. The Mental Energy Equation. Attention is more than a fleeting thought or passing interest, it's the foundation of your mental energy. Every moment you spend concentrating on something drains a portion of this finite resource. Yet, many people go through life unaware of where their mental energy is being spent, allowing it to leak into unproductive habits, distractions, and endless multitasking. Understanding attention as mental energy is the key to taking control of how you think, act, and feel each day. Imagine your mental energy as a battery. Like a phone's battery, it starts at full capacity in the morning but gradually depletes with every task you undertake, every decision you make, and every piece of information you process. Some activities drain this battery faster than others. Social media scrolling, for example, may seem like a quick break, but it often consumes more energy than it restores. Even seemingly mundane choices, like deciding what to eat for breakfast or what to wear, chip away at your mental reserves. Over time, these small drains add up, leaving you mentally fatigued and struggling to focus on what truly matters. The first step to mastering your mental energy is to identify the sources of these leaks. Distractions, both external and internal, are the primary culprits. External distractions include the constant pings of notifications, noisy environments, or an overflowing to-do list. Internal distractions are more subtle but just as draining. These include negative self-talk, overthinking, and emotional triggers that hijack your focus. Recognizing these distractions for what they are, energy drains, allows you to take the first step toward plugging the leaks. Equally important is understanding how to replenish your mental energy. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body, certain activities can recharge your mind. These include rest, mindfulness practices, creative hobbies, and meaningful connections with others. However, not all breaks are created equal. Passive consumption, like binge watching a show or mindlessly scrolling through feeds, might feel like rest, but it rarely restores the deep reserves of energy needed for focus and clarity. True mental rejuvenation requires active engagement in activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Another critical factor in the mental energy equation is multitasking. Despite its popularity as a productivity hack, multitasking often does more harm than good. Every time you switch from one task to another, your brain must recalibrate, a process that consumes precious mental energy. Multitasking creates the illusion of efficiency while actually reducing your ability to perform any one task with full attention. In contrast, focusing on a single task at a time, also known as monotasking, maximizes your energy by directing it toward one clear goal. This deliberate focus is like shining a spotlight on what matters most, leaving less room for distractions to creep in. To better manage your mental energy, it's crucial to align your tasks with your energy levels throughout the day. Everyone has natural peaks and valleys in their mental stamina, often referred to as ultradian rhythms. Some people are most alert and focused in the morning, while others hit their stride later in the day. Paying attention to these rhythms allows you to schedule high-priority tasks during your peak energy times and reserve less demanding activities for periods of lower focus. This simple adjustment can dramatically improve both your productivity and your overall sense of balance. The way you allocate your mental energy also reflects your priorities. If you find yourself consistently drained by unimportant tasks, it's a sign that your attention is being mismanaged. Taking an honest inventory of how you spend your time can reveal patterns that no longer serve you. This process, often called an attention audit, helps you realign your daily actions with your long-term goals. By consciously choosing where to invest your energy, you create space for what truly matters while minimizing the mental clutter that weighs you down. Mastering your mental energy is not about eliminating every distraction or controlling every moment of your day. Instead, it's about becoming more intentional with your focus. It's about understanding that your energy is limited, valuable, and renewable, but only when managed with care. Each choice you make, each task you prioritize, and each moment you spend distracted is a trade-off. By learning to manage this energy wisely, you gain the ability to direct your attention toward what truly enriches your life. Chapter 3. The Distraction Trap. Distractions are everywhere, creeping into every corner of your day. They lure you with promises of entertainment, relief, or even productivity, but they leave you scattered and drained. The modern world thrives on distraction, feeding on your attention like a commodity. If you don't take control, distractions will determine your priorities, guiding your life in directions you never intended. The first step toward reclaiming your focus is recognizing the true cost of distraction and understanding why you fall into its trap. At the heart of every distraction is a psychological mechanism designed to exploit your mind's natural tendencies. Social media apps, for example, are engineered to hook you with unpredictable rewards. Every like, comment, or new post triggers a tiny hit of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. This creates a feedback loop, making it harder to pull away. Even harmless activities, like checking the news or browsing online, become sources of distraction when they're designed to keep you scrolling endlessly. It's not just about wasting time, it's about handing over your attention to forces that profit from your inability to look away. But external distractions are only half the story. Internal distractions, your own thoughts and emotions, can be just as disruptive. Overthinking, self-doubt, and emotional reactivity pull your attention away from the task at hand. A single negative comment or worry about the future can spiral into hours of lost focus. These internal triggers often feel more difficult to address because they come from within, but they're no less manageable when you learn to identify and redirect them. The trap of distraction isn't simply about interruptions. It's about how those interruptions affect your ability to re-engage with your priorities. Studies show that it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain focus after being interrupted. This means every time you glance at your phone or check your email during a task, you're not just losing seconds, you're losing the momentum and mental clarity needed to perform at your best. Multiply that across dozens of small distractions in a day, and it becomes clear why so many people feel perpetually behind. To escape the distraction trap, you must first develop awareness. Most distractions operate on autopilot, slipping into your routine unnoticed. Start by paying attention to the moments when your focus wavers. Are you reaching for your phone during moments of boredom? Are you jumping between tasks because something feels too challenging? These moments are clues, revealing the underlying triggers that make you susceptible to distraction. Once you've identified the triggers, the next step is to create boundaries that protect your focus. This isn't about eliminating distractions entirely, which is nearly impossible in today's world. Instead, it's about creating intentional spaces where distractions are minimized. For example, turning off notifications, setting specific times to check your email, or working in a clutter-free environment can dramatically reduce the temptation to drift. Even small adjustments, like placing your phone in another room while you work, can have an outsized impact on your ability to stay present. Equally important is learning how to resist the urge to distract yourself. This often requires becoming comfortable with discomfort. Many distractions arise not because they're inherently tempting but because they offer an escape from challenging or uncomfortable emotions. When a task feels difficult or tedious, it's natural to look for relief in something easier or more enjoyable. By practicing mindfulness and allowing yourself to sit with discomfort, you can train your mind to stay engaged rather than seeking a quick way out. Breaking free from the distraction trap also involves rethinking your relationship with technology. Devices and platforms are not inherently bad, but their overuse can quickly erode your attention. Set limits on screen time, curate your feeds to prioritize content that adds value, and take regular breaks from digital consumption. By taking control of how you interact with technology, you can transform it from a source of distraction into a tool for empowerment. Distractions may be an unavoidable part of life, but their power over you is not. When you become aware of the forces pulling at your attention and take steps to address them, you regain control over where your energy flows. Escaping the distraction trap is not about perfection, it's about progress. Each moment of focus you reclaim is a small victory, a step closer to living with greater intention and purpose. Chapter 4. Building a Focused Mindset. Focus is not something that happens to you by chance. It is a skill, one that must be cultivated with intention and practice. In a world brimming with distractions and endless demands on your attention, a focused mindset becomes your greatest ally. It's not just about the ability to concentrate on a single task, it's about reshaping the way you approach your day, your environment, and even your thoughts to create conditions where focus can thrive. Building a focused mindset starts with understanding that your environment plays a critical role in your ability to concentrate. Your surroundings either support your efforts to focus or work against them. Clutter, noise, and interruptions act as constant reminders of everything else competing for your attention. By simplifying your workspace and removing unnecessary distractions, you create a mental space that mirrors the clarity you seek. A clean, organized environment reduces mental friction, allowing you to direct your energy where it matters most. However, external changes alone are not enough. The way you structure your time has a profound impact on your focus. Too often, people move through their day reacting to whatever seems most urgent or appealing in the moment. This reactive approach fragments attention and makes it difficult to achieve meaningful progress. A proactive mindset, on the other hand, involves deciding in advance what deserves your attention and creating a plan to protect it. Scheduling blocks of uninterrupted time for deep work, prioritizing tasks based on their importance, and taking regular breaks to recharge are all strategies that enhance focus. By giving your time structure, you ensure that your most valuable energy isn't wasted on trivial distractions. Equally important is the way you manage your mental energy. Focus requires more than willpower, it demands that you understand the rhythms of your mind and body. Your energy levels fluctuate throughout the day, with natural peaks and troughs. Attempting to tackle your most demanding tasks during periods of low energy is a recipe for frustration. Instead, learn to recognize when you feel most alert and use those times for your highest priority work. Conversely, reserve simpler tasks for moments when your energy wanes. Aligning your tasks with your energy levels not only enhances focus but also prevents burnout, allowing you to sustain your efforts over the long term. A focused mindset also requires cultivating self-awareness about the thoughts and behaviors that pull you away from the present moment. Often, distractions come from within rather than from external sources. You may find your mind wandering to unresolved worries, upcoming tasks, or even idle daydreams. This is not a failure of focus but a natural tendency of the human brain. The key is not to suppress these thoughts but to gently redirect your attention back to the task at hand. Practices like mindfulness meditation can help you develop this skill, teaching you to notice when your mind has drifted and return to the present without judgment. Another crucial element of building focus is setting clear boundaries around your time and attention. In today's hyper-connected world, the expectation to be always available can leave you feeling overwhelmed and scattered. Learning to say no to unnecessary commitments, setting limits on meetings and digital communication, and carving out protected time for focused work are essential steps in regaining control. These boundaries may feel uncomfortable to enforce at first, but they signal to yourself and others that your attention is valuable and not to be squandered. Finally, a focused mindset is built on the habit of reflecting on and refining your approach to focus. At the end of each day or week, take a moment to assess what worked and what didn't. Were there particular moments when you felt deeply engaged in your work? Were there patterns of distraction that kept pulling you away? Use these insights to adjust your strategies, experimenting with new approaches and fine-tuning your environment, routines, and habits. This cycle of reflection and improvement transforms focus from a fleeting state into a consistent practice. Focus is not about perfection. It's not about eliminating every distraction or maintaining unwavering attention at all times. Instead, it's about creating the conditions that allow you to direct your energy toward what truly matters. It's about recognizing that focus is an ongoing journey, one that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to adapt. With each small step you take to build a focused mindset, you move closer to a life where your attention is fully aligned with your goals and values. Chapter 5. The Attention Audit. To take control of your attention, you must first understand where it's going. Most people move through their days unaware of how much time and energy is siphoned away by distractions, unproductive habits, and low-priority tasks. The Attention Audit is your opportunity to confront this reality, to take an honest look at how you spend your mental energy, and to identify patterns that are holding you back. It's a process of discovery, revealing not only where your focus is being wasted but also where it can be reclaimed and redirected toward what truly matters. The first step in an attention audit is observation. Over the course of a day or week, track how you spend your time. This doesn't mean simply listing activities but digging deeper into how each one affects your focus and energy. Pay attention to moments when you feel productive, engaged, or drained. Note the times when you're fully immersed in a task versus the moments when your mind is scattered or your attention is fragmented. Be as specific as possible, capturing even the small interruptions and transitions that chip away at your ability to concentrate. The goal is not to judge or criticize yourself but to gather a clear picture of your habits and routines. As you collect this data, patterns will begin to emerge. You might notice, for example, that your mornings are spent reacting to emails and messages, leaving little time for meaningful work. Or perhaps you find that certain activities, like checking social media or browsing the news, consume more time than you realized. You may also discover that certain times of day are consistently unproductive, whether due to fatigue, hunger, or environmental factors. These insights are valuable because they reveal the hidden dynamics of your attention, the forces that shape how you spend your energy without you even realizing it. Once you've identified these patterns, the next step is to assess their impact. Ask yourself whether the way you currently allocate your attention aligns with your goals and values. Are you spending your energy on tasks and activities that move you closer to what you want to achieve, or are you caught in cycles of distraction and low-value work? This process often reveals uncomfortable truths, like how much time is lost to procrastination, or how often you prioritize urgent but unimportant tasks over meaningful ones. But it also creates an opportunity for change, a chance to realign your actions with your priorities. Reclaiming your attention begins with small, deliberate adjustments. Start by addressing the biggest drains on your mental energy. If you find that you're spending hours on activities that don't add value, set clear limits to contain them. For example, you might decide to check email only twice a day or set a timer for social media use. If certain tasks or commitments consistently disrupt your focus, consider whether they can be delegated, postponed, or eliminated altogether. These changes don't have to be drastic. Even small shifts in how you manage your time can free up significant mental energy for what truly matters. Another powerful tool in the attention audit process is the concept of an attention budget. Just as you might create a financial budget to manage your money, an attention budget helps you allocate your mental energy with intention. Start by identifying your highest priorities, the goals, relationships, and activities that matter most to you. Then, determine how much attention each one deserves on a daily or weekly basis. This process forces you to confront the trade-offs inherent in how you spend your time, making it easier to say no to distractions and yes to the things that truly enrich your life. The attention audit is not a one-time exercise but an ongoing practice. Your habits, priorities, and circumstances will evolve over time, and so must your approach to managing attention. Periodically revisit your audit to assess your progress and identify new areas for improvement. Each time you do, you'll gain deeper insights into how you operate and greater control over where your energy flows. Ultimately, the attention audit is about awareness. It's about shining a light on the invisible forces that shape your focus and taking responsibility for the choices you make each day. It's about breaking free from autopilot and reclaiming your role as the architect of your own attention. With each step of this process, you'll find yourself more aligned with your goals, more intentional in your actions, and more capable of directing your mental energy toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. Chapter 6. Mastering your internal world. True focus begins within. While external distractions like notifications and interruptions are obvious culprits in stealing attention, the internal forces that disrupt your focus are often more insidious and challenging to manage. Thoughts, emotions, and subconscious reactions can pull you away from your intentions without you even realizing it. Mastering your internal world is about learning to recognize these inner distractions, managing them with clarity, and redirecting your mental energy toward meaningful action. The mind is naturally restless, prone to wandering in moments of stillness. You may sit down to work on a task, only to find yourself replaying a conversation from earlier or worrying about something that might happen tomorrow. This mental chatter isn't inherently bad, it's simply a function of how the brain operates. But when left unchecked, it can erode your focus and leave you feeling scattered. The first step to mastering your internal world is becoming aware of this inner noise. Noticing when your mind has drifted is a skill in itself, one that allows you to pause, regroup, and return to the present moment. Emotions are another powerful force that can hijack your attention. Anger, frustration, anxiety, or even excitement can dominate your thoughts, making it difficult to concentrate on anything else. These emotions often arise from unexamined triggers: an email you perceive as critical, a memory of a past mistake, or an upcoming challenge you feel unprepared for. To manage these emotional distractions, you must first acknowledge them without judgment. Suppressing emotions only amplifies their hold on you, but naming them, saying to yourself, "I feel anxious," or "I'm frustrated right now," creates a sense of distance, allowing you to observe rather than be controlled by them. Developing a sense of inner calm is crucial for regaining control over your focus. Practices like mindfulness meditation can train your brain to stay anchored in the present, even in the face of emotional turbulence. By focusing on your breath or the sensations in your body, you create a space between stimulus and response, a moment of clarity where you can choose how to act rather than reacting impulsively. This skill doesn't come overnight, but with consistent practice, it can transform the way you handle internal distractions, making it easier to maintain your focus no matter what's happening around or within you. Another challenge in mastering your internal world is dealing with the stories your mind creates. These narratives often stem from self-doubt, perfectionism, or fear of failure. You might find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough to do this," or "What if I mess this up?" These thoughts are rarely grounded in reality, but they feel real enough to derail your focus. Recognizing these stories as mental constructs rather than absolute truths is a critical step. Once you see them for what they are, you can challenge their validity and replace them with thoughts that empower rather than hinder you. Your internal world is also shaped by the habits of thought you've developed over time. If you're accustomed to overanalyzing every decision or constantly seeking perfection, your mind may struggle to let go and focus on the task at hand. Breaking these habits requires intentional effort. One effective approach is to set clear intentions for how you want to use your attention. Instead of allowing your mind to wander freely, guide it with specific questions like, "What is the next small step I can take?" or "What matters most in this moment?" These questions act as mental anchors, keeping your thoughts aligned with your goals. Creating mental space is another powerful tool for mastering your internal world. Just as a cluttered desk can make it hard to concentrate, a cluttered mind can overwhelm your focus. Practices like journaling or brain dumping, writing down every thought or worry swirling in your head, can help clear the mental clutter. By externalizing these thoughts, you free up mental bandwidth for the things that truly deserve your attention. Over time, this practice can also reveal patterns in your thinking, helping you identify recurring distractions and address them more effectively. Mastering your internal world is not about achieving perfect mental stillness or eliminating every distraction. It's about developing a relationship with your thoughts and emotions that allows you to guide them, rather than being guided by them. It's about creating a mental environment where focus can thrive, even when life feels chaotic or overwhelming. With practice, you'll find that your ability to manage internal distractions grows stronger, allowing you to channel your mental energy toward the goals and values that matter most. Chapter 7. External forces and your attention. Your attention is one of the most valuable resources you possess, and the world knows it. From advertisements to notifications, every external force is designed to pull you in, distracting you from your priorities and subtly reshaping how you spend your time. These forces aren't just nuisances, they are highly engineered systems meant to capture and exploit your focus for their own purposes. To take back control of your attention, you must learn to recognize these external influences and create boundaries that protect your mental energy. Every time you open your phone, you step into a battlefield. Notifications, updates, and app alerts compete for your immediate reaction. Social media platforms, in particular, have become masterful at hijacking attention through algorithms that predict what will keep you scrolling the longest. These systems are designed to feed you content that sparks emotional responses, whether it's curiosity, outrage, or excitement. The result is that minutes turn into hours, and your focus is siphoned away from what matters most. Recognizing this deliberate design is the first step in breaking free from its hold. External forces extend beyond technology. The physical environment around you also shapes your ability to focus. An open office filled with chatter, a home cluttered with unfinished projects, or a workspace near a constantly ringing phone can all create friction against your ability to concentrate. These distractions may seem small in isolation, but their cumulative effect can leave you mentally drained and unproductive by the end of the day. To regain control, you must deliberately shape your surroundings to minimize these interruptions. Setting boundaries is one of the most effective ways to protect your attention from external forces. This can take many forms, from turning off unnecessary notifications to scheduling specific times for checking emails or engaging with social media. These boundaries are not about rigidly eliminating distractions, but about creating intentional spaces where your focus can flourish. For instance, implementing focus zones in your day, periods when you are entirely unreachable, can help you reclaim blocks of time for deep, meaningful work. Similarly, using tools like website blockers or focus apps can reduce the temptation to drift toward distractions. Technology, while often a source of distraction, can also be an ally if used wisely. Curate your digital environment by limiting the number of apps on your phone, unsubscribing from irrelevant newsletters, and following only content that aligns with your goals. The key is to align your technology use with your intentions, rather than allowing it to control you. For example, setting your phone to grayscale mode can make it less visually appealing, reducing the impulse to mindlessly scroll. These small changes can have a profound impact on how you interact with your devices and the amount of attention they consume. Another critical aspect of managing external forces is learning to say no. Requests for your time and energy come from all directions: friends, family, colleagues, and even strangers. While it's natural to want to be helpful or accommodating, overcommitting leaves little room for your own priorities. Saying no is not about being selfish, it's about protecting your ability to focus on what truly matters. By being selective with your commitments, you create the mental space needed to invest deeply in the things that align with your goals and values. The societal pressure to always be busy also plays a role in how your attention is divided. The constant push to do more, achieve more, and be available at all times creates a culture of distraction. To counter this, it's essential to redefine what productivity means for you. True productivity isn't about how much you get done, it's about whether the things you do are meaningful and aligned with your vision for your life. Shifting your focus from quantity to quality allows you to prioritize tasks that matter, while letting go of unnecessary busyness. Reclaiming your attention from external forces requires vigilance and intention. It's about becoming aware of the subtle ways your environment, technology, and social expectations shape your focus and actively resisting their pull. This isn't a one-time effort, but an ongoing practice of evaluating and adjusting how you interact with the world. Over time, these efforts compound, giving you the clarity and space to focus on what matters most. By learning to manage the external forces vying for your attention, you take a crucial step toward regaining control of your mental energy. The more intentional you are with how you engage with your surroundings and technology, the less power these forces have over you. Instead of being at the mercy of distractions, you'll find yourself directing your focus with purpose, creating a life where your attention is aligned with your aspirations. Chapter 8. Flow States and Deep Work. There is a mental space where time seems to stand still, where tasks that once felt daunting become effortless and engaging. This is the state of flow, a psychological phenomenon that occurs when your focus is so deeply immersed in an activity that everything else fades away. Flow is the pinnacle of attention management, a place where your mental energy is fully aligned with the task at hand. It is not just a state of heightened productivity but one of profound satisfaction and clarity. Flow doesn't happen by accident. It requires the right conditions, a delicate balance between challenge and skill. If a task is too easy, your mind wanders. If it's too difficult, you feel overwhelmed. The sweet spot lies in activities that push you just beyond your comfort zone, demanding focus while still being within your capabilities. This is where flow thrives, a space where effort and ability intersect in harmony. Identifying these tasks and seeking them out is a powerful way to cultivate deeper focus in your daily life. Deep work is a practice closely tied to flow, emphasizing sustained, distraction-free focus on cognitively demanding tasks. Unlike the surface-level productivity that comes from multitasking or reacting to constant demands, deep work taps into your highest mental faculties. It's about carving out time to think, create, and solve complex problems without interruption. This level of focus allows you to produce work of exceptional quality and to engage with your goals on a deeper, more meaningful level. Achieving flow and deep work requires intentional effort, starting with how you structure your time. Most people allow their schedules to be dictated by external demands, leaving little room for uninterrupted focus. To counter this, you must proactively create space for deep work in your routine. Block out specific periods of time dedicated to focused, uninterrupted effort, treating these blocks as sacred and non-negotiable. During these sessions, eliminate as many distractions as possible, turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and let others know you are unavailable. These moments of isolation are not about shutting out the world, but about tuning into your own potential. Preparation is key to entering a state of flow. Your mind needs clear direction and purpose to fully engage with the task. Start by defining exactly what you want to accomplish during your deep work sessions. The clearer your objectives, the easier it is to channel your focus. Break down complex projects into smaller, actionable steps so you can approach them with confidence rather than feeling overwhelmed. A sense of progress fuels motivation, keeping you in the flow state longer. Another crucial element of flow is rhythm. Establishing routines and rituals that signal to your brain it's time to focus can make it easier to enter this state. For example, you might start your deep work sessions with a brief mindfulness exercise, a cup of tea, or a specific piece of music that helps you concentrate. Over time, these cues condition your mind to transition into focus mode more effortlessly, creating a seamless entry point into deep work. Your environment also plays a significant role in facilitating flow. A space free of clutter, noise, and distractions creates the conditions for sustained focus. However, the environment is not just physical, it's also mental. Developing an internal sense of calm and clarity allows you to fully immerse yourself in the task at hand. Practices like mindfulness and meditation can help you cultivate this mental stillness, making it easier to maintain your focus even in the face of challenges. Flow and deep work are not states you can sustain indefinitely. They require energy and mental stamina, which means taking regular breaks is essential. These breaks are not indulgences but necessary resets that allow you to sustain high levels of focus over time. Short pauses to stretch, walk, or simply breathe deeply can recharge your mind, enabling you to return to your work with renewed clarity and vigor. As you practice creating flow states and engaging in deep work, you'll notice profound changes in how you approach challenges and goals. Tasks that once felt insurmountable become opportunities for growth and discovery. Your sense of time shifts as hours pass without the burden of distraction. This heightened state of focus not only enhances productivity but also deepens your connection to the work itself, infusing it with purpose and meaning. Flow and deep work are not about working harder but about working smarter. They are about channeling your attention into the tasks that matter most, creating a sense of alignment between your actions and your aspirations. By committing to this practice, you unlock the ability to not just do more but to do better, with greater clarity, creativity, and satisfaction. Chapter 9. Attention as a tool for fulfillment. Attention is not just a mechanism for productivity, it is the gateway to a life of deeper meaning and fulfillment. The way you direct your mental energy shapes the quality of your relationships, the progress you make toward your goals, and the level of satisfaction you feel in your everyday experiences. Attention is the foundation upon which your values and aspirations take form, and when used intentionally, it becomes a powerful tool for creating a life aligned with what matters most to you. Fulfillment begins with clarity. To use your attention effectively, you must first understand what you value. Too often, people invest their focus in pursuits that feel urgent or externally imposed, losing sight of the things that bring them genuine joy and purpose. By reflecting on your core values and long-term goals, you create a clear blueprint for where your attention should go. This clarity not only helps you prioritize but also serves as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions with intention. The power of attention lies in its ability to create presence. In a world filled with distractions, being fully present has become a rare and precious gift. Whether you are spending time with loved ones, pursuing a creative passion, or simply enjoying a quiet moment, your presence transforms the experience. It deepens your connections, heightens your awareness, and allows you to savor life in a way that fragmented focus cannot. Being present is not about ignoring the demands of the world, but about choosing to immerse yourself fully in the moments that matter most. Your relationships are among the most profound beneficiaries of intentional attention. In a distracted state, conversations become surface level and connections weaken. But when you focus fully on the people around you, something remarkable happens. You listen more deeply, notice subtle cues, and respond with empathy and understanding. This kind of attention fosters trust, intimacy, and mutual respect, strengthening the bonds that enrich your life. By giving others your undivided focus, you demonstrate that they are valued, creating a ripple effect of positivity and connection. Attention also plays a vital role in achieving fulfillment through personal growth. The journey towards self-improvement requires consistent effort and reflection, both of which demand focus. Whether you are learning a new skill, pursuing a meaningful goal, or overcoming a challenge, your ability to direct attention toward these endeavors determines your progress. Distractions may offer temporary relief or entertainment, but they cannot replace the satisfaction of engaging deeply with something that aligns with your aspirations. A fulfilling life is not one free of challenges but one where challenges are met with clarity and purpose. When you approach obstacles with focused attention, you shift from being reactive to proactive. Instead of being overwhelmed by setbacks, you view them as opportunities to learn and grow. This mindset allows you to navigate difficulties with resilience, keeping your energy directed towards solutions rather than problems. Attention becomes a tool for perseverance, enabling you to stay aligned with your values even in the face of adversity. Gratitude is another dimension of fulfillment deeply tied to attention. When your focus is scattered, it is easy to overlook the small joys and achievements that make life meaningful. By intentionally directing your attention to moments of gratitude, you cultivate a sense of abundance and contentment. This practice doesn't require grand gestures. Simply pausing to appreciate a kind word, a beautiful sunset, or a personal accomplishment can transform your perspective. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, creating a foundation for sustained fulfillment. The ability to use attention as a tool for fulfillment also requires letting go of what doesn't serve you. Negative thought patterns, toxic relationships, and unproductive habits all compete for your focus, draining your energy without adding value. By recognizing these distractions and consciously choosing to disengage from them, you create space for what truly matters. This act of letting go is not a sign of failure, but a powerful step toward reclaiming your mental energy for the things that bring you closer to your goals and values. Fulfillment is not a destination but a practice, one that is cultivated through the consistent and intentional use of your attention. Each day offers countless opportunities to align your focus with your priorities, to be present with others, and to engage deeply with the moments that matter. By treating your attention as the valuable resource it is, you unlock the potential for a life rich with purpose, connection, and satisfaction. As you continue to refine your ability to direct your attention, you will find that fulfillment is not about doing more but about doing what matters most. It is about choosing to live in alignment with your values and being present enough to fully experience the journey. With each intentional choice, you move closer to a life where your mental energy is not scattered but focused, creating a reality that reflects the person you want to become. Chapter 10. Sustaining the Power of Attention. Mastering your attention is not a one-time achievement but a continuous journey that evolves with time and experience. Sustaining the power of attention requires vigilance, reflection, and the consistent application of intentional habits. It is the process of transforming what you've learned into a way of life, ensuring that your mental energy remains aligned with your values and goals, even as the world around you changes. At its core, sustaining focus is about building habits that protect and direct your attention. These habits act as an automatic framework, freeing you from the need to constantly fight distractions or make decisions about where your energy should go. Simple practices, like starting your day with a clear plan or ending it with a brief reflection on what went well, help to anchor your attention and set the tone for a productive and purposeful life. Over time, these small habits compound, creating a stable foundation for maintaining focus. Life, however, is not static. New challenges, opportunities, and responsibilities will arise, each competing for your attention. Sustaining focus in the face of these changes requires adaptability. The strategies that work for you today may not be as effective tomorrow, and part of maintaining the power of attention is being willing to reassess and adjust. Periodically reflecting on your routines and identifying what still serves you and what doesn't keeps your approach fresh and responsive to your evolving needs. Sustained attention also relies on protecting your energy from burnout. Even the most focused individuals need time to rest and recharge. Without adequate recovery, your ability to concentrate and engage fully diminishes over time. Incorporating regular breaks, prioritizing sleep, and engaging in activities that nourish your mind and body are essential practices for long-term focus. Rest is not a sign of weakness or laziness, it is a strategic investment in your ability to maintain attention over the long haul. Another critical element of sustaining focus is cultivating a sense of purpose. When you understand why you are directing your attention toward a particular goal or task, it becomes easier to stay committed, even in the face of distractions or setbacks. Purpose provides a deeper motivation, transforming focus from a struggle into a natural extension of your values. Revisiting your purpose regularly, whether through journaling, meditation, or conversation, helps to keep it at the forefront of your mind, acting as a guide for your actions. The relationships you cultivate also play a significant role in sustaining your focus. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals creates an environment where attention can thrive. These relationships can serve as both accountability partners and sources of inspiration, reminding you of your goals and encouraging you to stay the course. Conversely, recognizing and addressing relationships that drain your energy or pull you away from your priorities is equally important. Building a network that reinforces your values strengthens your ability to direct your attention effectively. Technology, too, must be managed with care if you want to sustain focus. While digital tools can enhance productivity and connection, they can just as easily become sources of distraction. Developing a mindful relationship with technology, using it intentionally rather than reflexively, ensures that it serves your goals rather than detracting from them. This might involve setting specific times for digital engagement, turning off non-essential notifications, or using apps that support rather than undermine your focus. Being deliberate about how you interact with technology keeps your attention firmly in your control. Sustaining the power of attention also means embracing the inevitability of imperfection. There will be days when distractions win, when your focus falters, or when your mental energy feels depleted. These moments are not failures but opportunities to recalibrate. Recognizing that focus is a practice, not a fixed state, allows you to approach these challenges with patience and curiosity. By reflecting on what pulled you off track and adjusting your approach, you continue to grow and strengthen your ability to direct your attention over time. At its heart, sustaining attention is about aligning your actions with your values on a consistent basis. It's about making choices, both big and small, that reflect what truly matters to you. Each decision to prioritize focus, to say no to distractions, and to invest your energy in meaningful pursuits reinforces this alignment. Over time, this intentional approach to attention becomes second nature, creating a life that is not only productive but deeply fulfilling. As you carry forward the lessons from this journey, remember that the power of attention lies in its flexibility and depth. It is not about rigidly controlling every moment, but about creating the conditions for clarity, presence, and purpose to flourish. With sustained effort, you can shape a reality where your focus becomes a reflection of your highest aspirations, guiding you toward a life of greater meaning and satisfaction. Take care and well.